All right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. My name is Muhammad Naufaldi Ilham Ramadan with my friend here. Please introduce yourselves first.
Um, okay, I will start first. My name is Alex. Chinese name is Al Asghar, and then I'm from China. So,
Okay, next.
My name is Fariska and I am from Indonesia.
And
Next.
my name is Mariam, and I'm from Uzbekistan. So let's start it.
All right, so we are
Okay.
going to start with discussing the in-depth questions, discussion questions for chapter
Mm-hmm.
number 3. So let me read the first question. Have you observed or participated in a free semester program? What worked well and what didn't? And how would you improve it in your future classroom? Okay, so who would like to start first?
Ah, let me start.
Okay.
So, I've never observed like this kind of classes and never participated in them because in my home country in Uzbekistan, we don't have this kind of concept in schools, and yeah, that's why. But um, it says like what worked well, what didn't, and how would you improve it in your future classroom. When it comes to my future classroom, I guess I may root the mindset of grades. Like it's not only in the way of like grading. Like grades are not the most important thing. I guess
Mm-hmm.
that's why.
okay. And then I will answer this question too. Also, I'm from China, so in China we also don't have like free semester, so I haven't observed or participated in free semester program, but I get to know this concept from my another group conversation. He was Korean, so he shared his experience. I want to recall that. He said the best part was seeing the kids light up when they got to choose what they wanted to do, like coding or making short documentaries, stuff like that. They were so into it because it feels like there's, like it's it was cool to see the teachers from different subjects actually working together for once.
Mm,
I think um, the how would you improve it in the future classroom? I think this question is, um, some students just drifted their attention, maybe drifted away from class or the club activities. They didn't really have goals in their mind, so there wasn't enough guidance. Um, a few of them end up doing the bare minimum. Also, a lot of the projects just stay inside the classroom. They didn't connect to the real world, which kind of defeated the pressure. If I were to improve it in my own class, I would make sure every student see a few personal goals at the beginning. Like, I want to do interview someone in a career. I'm curious about this. I want to do that. So if they have this kind of goal, they might, um, and in the end, they can achieve something in the class rather just kind of drifted in class in this free semester program. Yeah. Okay. That's my answer.
okay. Maybe I'll be the next. So probably I've never been in the free semester before, even the gap year. I never been there. But yesterday, not all of the student is feeling something like that, which means they feel they developed in that time. Probably it's, I think free semester would be better if that depend on how the school is applying the free semester itself.
Mm.
Like the example, my friend that agree that free semester is useful, he said like, um, in the first semester I really tried how to playing sport, and then how to actually doing other skill, and then uh, other than studying only. But my other friend from Korea also said like it's contrary. I mean, like she didn't even remember what she was doing at that time. So it's kinda controversy if free semester not applied at the same stage. I mean, the stage in here, it's same um the effort of the school, how they literally want to make the free semester useful for the students or not. I mean by this, um, free semester will be great, will be useful if the school, the teachers, and also the student really putting in effort into it, and also the parents itself. I mean, like parents, it's one of the key of the free semester will be doing well or not. I mean, like they supported their kids. If they are not supported and then they are afraid to put the kid on a free semester, probably they will get what is called, like they are afraid to actually, am I really can do this free semester, and then am I really good without the exam, and then how to actually evaluate what we can do, what we do in this semester. So probably that we need to exchange, we need to create a really meaningful full free semester, and then probably in the fun way, something like that, because it's still middle school. I mean, they're just graduate from the elementary school, and then they need to trying to get enjoy the semester by doing it for fun, and but not just for fun but useful for themselves, not only for the academic things but their skill for the life, probably something like that. And what about others thought?
Yeah, I actually do agree with you, Fariska. And I've never observed or participated in a free semester myself. I just learned it in our class in Korea, and I think it didn't work that much in Korea because there are, I think, lack of supervision from the parent itself. And while supervision from parent is very important, and based on my opinion, but looking at the situation in Korea, which says that Korean parents, they tend to not agree or oppose the idea of free semester because parents, they are afraid that their student might fall behind, right? Might fall behind from other students in terms of grades, exams, and etc. And I think children in that age in middle school, I think they still have like different they still cannot like focus on the ultimate goal of free semester itself. They could be focusing on other things such as like playing games and probably just having fun, and therefore I that's why I think that supervision is very important from the parent, especially because parent would be the one who are with the children like 24/7. Well, not all, not I'm not generalizing all parents, but this also creates an unfair situation for students who are not that close with the parents itself. They might be left alone in home, and the activities itself, sometimes it requires money for them to do the activities during a free semester, which kind of like unfair for students who came from the middle lower class. So I think that's why I think it's not quite working well in Korea. If there's anything about free semester that could be improved, is that I think the government needs to at least fund the activities for free semester. Everyone should have the equal um, educate activities during free semester, so it would be fair for those types of students. I think. Am I clear, guys?
Yeah, yeah, you're clear.
Okay, okay. So,
Yeah, I, I do think the same way. I mean, like, government can play a big role in this strategy. I mean, like by this, government can literally set up every free semester that happen in South Korea, and then maintain the way of this free semester works, and then evaluate it every year, and then they become better and better by the years. I think, yeah, government is playing a big role there. What about you guys? Do you think it's same way?
is there any other comments for this question?
Um,
No.
I think no.
yeah, no,
Oh,
no.
we're good. Okay, so let's move on to our second question, which is how can teachers design project-based or experiential learning activities that are meaningful, age-appropriate, and connected to real-world skills and interests? So, who'd like to go first?
Uh, I didn't get the point. Can you explain the
All right.
question?
So,
I didn't understand.
all right.
Uh,
So, basically, inside a class, how do you think teacher can create a learning experience which is meaningful and appropriate for their age, children of their age, and how that lesson is connected to the real world skill, how the lesson is beneficial for for the students in real world.
mm,
Hmm. Yes. So, who'd like to go first?
Mm, I think I have an idea. When we design, as a teacher, we design a project based or experimental learning activity. First thing first, we need to create this based on the age. I mean, if this meant for elementary school or middle school, make it easy as simple as possible because they are still teenagers and still kids probably. And by this, um, create a project, something's like creating poster, drafting animation, and then editing videos, something like that is can probably someone first time didn't notice that they are like of editing, or yeah, editing a poster or video, something like that. But if they try to do that, probably they can love it or they can like it. So yeah, something simple like that. And then yeah, project based learning, if there is a project based learning, I suggest to have like a problem solving case. I mean, like problem solving case. It's like they are grouping, and then they are trying to sharpen their critical thinking way by solving the problem, and also they could use their opinion, and then they can sh- uh, trying to what is called yeah, sharpen it, their skill of communication, their sharing opinion, and how they communicate with each other clearly. Yeah, something like that, they that can help soft skill think improvement, something like that. Is there any other?
um, I think this how teacher design project based or experiential learning activities. I think um, this kind of um teaching method or this kind of activities should be not teaching in classroom, not a teacher giving a lecture. So I think it would be better for students to have, I mean, like outdoors activities. Um, I think first of all, it's the trick is to start with what the students are already curious about. I think for middle schoolers, maybe um, for middle schoolers, for example, they really care about their neighborhood. So maybe we can have them identify a local problem, like maybe there is a dangerous crosswalk or not enough green space. So then they can research and interview people and come up with the solution and present it in the local communities. That's not just schoolwork. It's more like it's more like it's a task, and they are developing their uh, skill to resolve problems, and they're actually participate in I would say the local affairs, so they can uh, get to know the real world how it works, and they can also contribute their uh, efforts to the society. So that might trigger their interest and uh, curiosity of you know of a professional career or something like that. And that the second point, like age appropriate, I think age appropriate just means give them the right amount of structure. I mean, younger kids, they need more checkpoints. Sometimes they're easily to get lost, as I answer the previous question. So uh, they need some sort of checkpoint so that they can know where they are. I mean, their learning process. They can check what step they are in, what position they are uh, in. So I think the checkpoint will be helpful, and maybe for older ones can handle more freedom. But in the end, if the project has real stakes and they get to make choice, it's automatically more engaging. So yeah, what about? I don't know how you guys think about this. Yeah, my, I'm finished.
Okay. I think I do agree with both of you with the idea of how to make the design project based or experiential learning and how to make it meaningful and age appropriate. I think I'm just gonna add like some examples that you guys can agree or not, but I'm thinking of like what is it? Um do you guys know like have you guys ever had like a business plan project? Like a simple business plan project, but they
Yeah.
can do it in a group. So it's just like a simple set. It can be as simple as like selling lemonades or stuff like that, and
Mm.
they can work in a group, planning what business that they want to do, and then try to present it in front of the class, and uh, that business plan can be actually applied probably once or twice during the free semester with the supervision by the teacher. So it can be actually related to the free semester activity if they agree to do it. However, of course, but of course, because they're still middle school, I think the supervision of teacher here is very necessary to protect them, to help them, and to also guide them. I think it's one of example that I just thought of. I think it's very interesting to be applied for middle school students, especially because um, they have to know like the basic knowledge of business since like early, so that they know I think it's mandatory for everyone to know to learn about business sooner or later. So what do you guys have any opinion on that?
Um, Guys, I'm totally agree with all of your ideas. And I think teachers can design meaningful project based or experimental learning by starting with students, not just the content. And the first thing they can do is that they should choose topics that are relevant to the students' lives and interests. And when the students can connect the project and the real situations, I guess like the community issues or my students face, they are more like maybe more engageable and motivated. And next thing they can do is that activities need to be like age appropriate, as it says in the book, and manageable. What does it mean? It means breaking the project into clear steps and giving the right guidance, I guess, and when the students need it, and making sure that the tasks that are given to students are like matching the ability of students, and whilst they are still challenging with them.
Yeah, I agree with everyone, especially when Aldi said like everyone need to learn how to do a business, not just a businessman, not just someone who majoring a business. Like everything in this life kind of business. So when you know how to strategic to create a strategy of what we will do, what will, yeah, something like that, it will beneficial for our future. Probably they can develop their skill of marketing, or maybe how to design business on something like preparing for the example, little thing like managing their time and preparing what will they do first for homework or something like that. So it's really beneficial even for the middle schoolers. Okay, we can next to another question if
Uh,
you guys already said or you...
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I think
Okay.
I think question number four is quite interesting. So why don't we jump on to question number four? What are the
Okay.
what are the educational risks if the free semester becomes poorly structured or treated merely as a break from academic pressure by schools or students? Okay, so who'd like to go first?
Mm,
Yeah, let me start.
okay.
Uh, I think if the free semester is not like well planned, or just is treated just a break, and students, in this case, I guess students may lose valuable learning time and become less motivated, first of all. And I guess a student without learning goals or guidance, I guess they might not develop any meaningful skills or like experience, and I guess it can also create a huge gap between what they learned before and what they're gonna learn after that, like after it. And and that's all.
Okay, I get it. How about others? Wanna go first, guys? Or maybe okay, so it's if it's that in my case, free semester become poorly structured and treated merely as a break. It's a really um school fault. I mean, like they enter your school probably want to get the experience, want to learn, want to studying there. If they cannot structuring the first semester, it's hard for other students, for students to having what it's called, having knowledge, even though just they are just learning how to uh, how to do sport, or how to do their hobbies, something like that. If it's really important for us to accommodate every students, every kids to trying every single everything that they want to do. So in this case, like if this break is this if this called if this treated poorly, and then some things becomes like break, and then students start to thinking it's a break, it's like a failure for the school. And mm, it's like, yeah, is it the risk? Like, I mean, like every choices have a risk, even though the first semester itself probably they maybe have another plan, I mean, like the better plan of what is actually will done by doing this free semester. But still many parents and also students that get confused about this kind of free semester program. So uh, we need to and we need to make sure every parents, every student understand what is the idea of a free semester, what is the objective of this free semester, so they can understand, oh, this free semester is not just a break, it's time to we know what we want, I mean, like hobbies, what they like, something like that. So it's not pressured them, because like probably they can give an grade at the end, like the grade by performance, I mean, like, yeah, they come often, and then they show up, and then they do that maximal, they do everything, the activities there is maximal, with maximum. So yeah, I think the teacher can give a grade, so the students can feels like, okay, I get a grade, and I can rely on this, and then I can evaluate myself from this. I think that's all my opinion. Is there anyone?
Okay. Um, and really agree with you. Um, I think there are several risks if the free semester becomes poorly structured or treated merely as a break from academic pressure. Um, if it's just seen as a vacation, then students might think learning without tasks doesn't matter. That's a bad habit to build, that they could lose their study momentum, and struggle to get back into study mode later. I mean, free semester is only for one semester in Korea, so I heard from my Korean classmates, when he like entered the next semester, his academic grades are actually lower than before. So that could be a risk, to for students couldn't adjust themselves to the new semester. And another big risk, is fairness. And this is also he mentioned this before, like kids who are already have support at home might still make the most of it. They also study after the school. They might go to the academic academy, and but students without the guidance from parents, could just fall behind, and the gap gets even wider. So that is another uh, risk. And uh, and also from the school's perspective, is if parents see no results, they will lose trust. and they will start thinking this free semester thing is just wasting time, and then they will push for even more testing. So what could have been a great opportunity turns into a missed chance, or worse, something that sets us back. So I think these are likely to happen if this course is poorly structured, and yeah, if it's just seen as a break from academic pressure. Yeah, finished.
Yeah, I do agree with this, guys. I think soon students will be left on their own, where their free semester wouldn't be as meaningful as what the goal should be of free semester. And this is actually quite similar with my opinion on the first question, where I think in this case, this is basically what the Korean parents are afraid of. Their children wouldn't be doing anything. And I think children in that age, I think most of them, they still, hold on, I think I'm lagging a little bit. Hold on. Okay. So I think children in that specific age, middle school, like probably most of them, they still don't have the awareness of like doing something productive. Just like I mentioned before, that they tend to play games probably, or they tend to have fun with the other kids. And I think um, again, the ultimate goal of free semester itself is actually a good thing, but in every world, I think in every good like program in this world, I think the problem has always been in the execution of it. Like even like government programs and so on, everything wants a good goal for their program, but sometimes it's always the execution of it. And this is, I think, one of the example of that kind of situation. So we've mentioned some solutions where like probably government has to help students on this one, so that students have the funding to have the funds to do activities equally with other students. So they will have the same privilege probably, and I think it would create a more meaningful free semester for the students. And I think talking about their parents as well, I think the anxiety of the parents on free semester, I think it came from the lack of awareness of free semesters towards the parents as well. So parents probably do not understand yet how free semester would help their children in any way. Meanwhile, it is actually very important for their social skills development, soft skills development, and so on. I think parents um, should also be um, informed, and should be also educated, probably the correct, not the correct word, but I think they should be more aware of this program, that this is actually a good program to be executed, but we have to do it right, and the government has to help them in order to to make this program a successful program. I think that's it. Was I clear, guys?
Yeah, yeah, we can.
Being clear. All right. So, before we progress to our next question, Fariska, how much time do we have left?
15 minutes. Oh, I mean like in the timer is 16 minutes.
16
Mm.
Yeah,
minutes.
we
Okay.
have two questions. I guess it's enough.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so, um, what's the next question would be? Can you guys
So,
read it?
yeah. In what ways might a gap year after a high school help Korean students discover their passion, build confidence, and reduce long term academic burnout? So,
Okay.
who have an idea about it?
Okay. Who'd like to speak first?
Yeah.
Okay, I,
You
I
guys.
can I can speak first then.
Yeah.
I think because of their pressure, because of the pressure itself, where like in I think in most country, gap year is um, an embarrassment for us because it shows that we're not accepted in the university that we want to
Mhm.
apply. And I think it there would be so much pressure coming from other people. Probably we care too much about how other people uh, see us, like, oh, this kid did not accept it in the university. So that pressure actually creates a self-awareness to push them in doing something productive. As a student who's stepping up the adulthood, I mean, I think they would be doing so much, what is it, productive things during the gap year. I've seen a lot of my friends, they trying to seek like some kind of redemption arc where they uh, try to prove themselves that, oh, they can be special. They win a lot of competitions. They seek for scholarship opportunities, and they do some internships in big companies, and they also did some volunteering, which improved their portfolio for their future career. Even some of my friends who did not get accepted to uh, their university, they actually got accepted in a scholarship, and now some of them are have going to college in Russia and in um, the UK, though they were gap year students, but they proved that they can what is it be great student, and I think it's some type of redemption for them in those gap year times. What do you guys think?
Um, I think, first of all, it can help students discover their passion when they took a gap year. What I wanted to say is that instead of just choosing a major based only on exam results, students can try different like experiences like part-time works, volunteering, or like learning new skills, and it might help them understand that they actually enjoy and what kind of futures they want. Like this period of time can help to find their like own path,
Yeah.
because there are some students after the high school, there are some students who don't know who they are gonna be, like they're not really sure about it, and this period of time make like might help them to, like to be sure about it.
Yeah, I agree.
And the second thing, I think it can build the confidence, and when students take manage their own time and make like difficult decisions or solve real like life problems, they might become like independent person.
I do agree with you. Yeah. So we have any other comments?
Yeah, I see the same way. I mean, like after graduating high school, we probably feel burned out. I mean, like we already learning since the first grade of elementary school until the 12th grade at high school. It's a long way to go. I mean, if we have a break, I mean, in this case, gap year, we can take a look of ourselves what we actually want to do for the next, and then we can um, reduce the stress of studying. So when we are studying in the future in the college, we can restart. We can start fresh. So we have more motivation to study, and then yeah. Mm, I really love the idea of gap year, but sometimes it's hard to find that actually every student that do a gap year is really hard facing the reality. They have a social expectation. They feel
Mm,
pressured because of the society, and also they what it's called they not have a lot of um chance opportunity to get to know themselves more, and then this is pressuring students because they taking a gap year, but they don't know what to do. So it's probably will be a safest way if you planning a gap year with a real plan. I mean, like, you have a timeline, you really set the plan, so you know what to do when you are taking a gap year. You are know that, oh, I taking a gap year because I want to reset, I want to feel motivation again when I studying in the college. So what I need to do to refreshing my mind to get motivated more. So maybe you probably can go for what things do you like, and what things do you love, like maybe singing, maybe something like that. So after you find what you need to do, and then you feel like, oh, this is really my passion, you can take it as learning. I mean, like, you can take the major of singing, dancing, or maybe um becoming sport, what is called sport athlete. So it's probably can help us to know what is actually for, I mean, like, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
If you have a plan, but if not, please do not take it, because like it will be burnout, and then really hard to have a motivation, something
Mhm.
like that. Yeah. What about you guys?
I agree with you guys. I I think a gap year could be. Sorry, my phone battery is about to die. Sorry. I I think the gap year would would be a game changer for students. Like most of the students were we have been in intense exam pressure for years, as you said, from first grade to 12th grade. It's a long journey, and then we haven't had the time or mental space to ask, what do I actually like? So uh, here's I have a very close friend who also had to take 1 year gap, and he found he like cook. He like cooking. He like like be a chef. So he just quit his he just dropped out of. It's actually not a gap year. He just dropped out of the school, but he tells the school, I want to take a gap year, but he just do the internship at a French restaurant, and then he was also preparing the IELTS, and because he was kind of like finding his own way, like how am I gonna be a chef? How am I gonna be a chef? So he was searching the path to achieve that goal, and then he find uh, you need to do IELTS, you need to have like internships, you need to have like recommendation letters. So during the whole year, he has really strong goals and like step by step, like achieve those goals. So I think at the end he finally made it. He made it to France. Now he is, you know, in French Lyon. It's a really good example here, and so I think it would be good to take a gap year if you knows your passion, know your uh, know your interest, And then for confident wise, a gap year pushed them to do things they never had to do in school, like reaching out to people, managing their own schedule, solving real problems, and when they succeed, they start believing in themselves beyond just task score. It's uh, it's not just focus on your grades. It's like it has multiple way to evaluate your value and about burnout, like long how to reduce long-term academic burnout. I think gap year could be a real reset, taking a break from the endless grind. I think helps students to recover mentally, and when they do start college, they are not burned out before they even begin. They actually know where they are, and I think we heard from our classmates who did a gap year and end up doing better in university, feel more motivated. So I think, yeah, it's pretty much like this. Maybe we can discuss another question, or oh, we only have three
Or
minutes,
maybe,
2 minutes.
yeah,
Maybe we
conclude
can,
it.
yeah,
Okay.
conclusion. Yeah, okay.
Okay. I think I'm gonna conclude this meeting right now. So probably we're gonna give our opinion on how free semester is generally applied in South
Mhm.
Korea. So we see that in South Korea, free semester did didn't Korean Korean parents, they didn't accept the program itself well because they are afraid that their children might fall behind other students because of the execution that is not perfect. But here we do think that, of course, free semester itself, they have a very good goal to improve their social competences, to improve their soft skills, and etc. But however, it's only the execution uh, that is probably incorrect and somewhat unfair towards other students due to financial status and so on. And therefore, we do agree that the government role is indeed necessary in this program to make success of this program, because then students, they can have equal activities to be done, and various meaningful activities that can they do during their free semester, which can make a better experience and meaningful experience for each student, so that they have something new to learn after the free semester ends. And that's our take on free semester in South Korea. And we do hope that the government keep evaluating this program to make this program more success for the better life of future students in South Korea,
Yes.
and could probably be also implemented in other country if this program is a success. I think that's all, guys. I think that's all. Okay. All right. I think that's all from our group. My name is Ilham Muhammad Nafaldi, and I'm as the representative of Group 6. I would like to say thank you, and that would be all. Thank you for watching, and see you.